Okay, so welcome back. Today's video, off script, I guess this is episode 2. The topic is process. It's all about process. Process comes from action. So I am only recording right now is because I feel like the process is the excitement. So I thought, let me record the process and it will help me finish these videos. So I have this area right here where I would like to shoot the off-script videos. So this concept right here, really. So those would be different photos that I've made that would go behind me right here. So all here would be photos. Kind of like this would be the idea. And I would just feel like I'm in my own world, the off-script world. It seems like a little thing, right? But it's kind of important because I'm trying to differentiate how I'm thinking there with like longer edits and finishing things up. And then over here, which is kind of like a conscious stream of thought coming out. We're not worrying so much about what anybody's thinking. We're not worrying if you even like this or not. It's just in here and it's got to get out of there. So the only way to do that is to make the setup easy, make it simple. Let's keep it going. Process. Okay, so a couple things. I measured it out enough for 2 of these posters that I'm going to put there. I'm going to keep it black and white so it's not so distracting, and then it's going to be a work in progress from there. So what I did was I hopped into Photoshop. I found an old collage of some of my street photos, so we can look at the poster. I'll zoom in here a bit. These are the photos that I'm going to use. They're already there. The only thing that I think I'm going to do is fill this in black, all this, but when I do that, of course it bleeds into some of the images, as you can see. I think the white frame is a little distracting. Printed out black and white is going to be cheaper. I'm not going to use some expensive paper, just simple Staples or Walmart or something. Get that up, then at least I know that I'll have my little sanctuary there. Who knows, print something else, change it up. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas. So that is another step taken care of on this process, talking about process. Okay, so this is the backdrop, the foam core that we had talked about. Maybe it might get too distracting. Maybe I do need an option. So that's exactly what I did. This is how it's looking, right? This is how it looks. And now I'm seeing the red light like I'm going to run out of battery. Watch, it's going to cut at any point. Well, that was hilarious. Of course, I'm recording, and then the battery on this, I saw it was 1 bar, and I always change it at 1 bar, but I said, no, you know what, I'm in the flow, let me just go with it. And of course, that's when it dies. So you didn't see the segment, or you won't be able to hear the segment where I'm talking about these prints here. And these are the prints that I'm going to put or test as a backdrop. Then maybe have an alternative with bigger photos that have a little bit of a theme. So I just did a quick mock-up of 4 that might work, and I'm going to try them on the backdrop here. Less distraction maybe, because I do want black and white, but I don't know which ones. So I just printed out a bunch from Staples, and we'll see how they come out. All right, so let's get those up now, put them on the backdrop, and then keep it moving. Let's go. Point of view of what I'm trying to do. All right. I don't know if it just looks so busy now, or just like gobbledygook, who knows. What do y'all think? Getting a little bit annoyed with this view. Having that stuff off. Yo, I might... Okay. I think I'm going to try the checkered one for a second here and see really quick. Yeah, I'm going to run with this. I'm running with this until I find something better. If you guys have suggestions, please send them my way. All right, let's get on to this video. Now we've done this backdrop process bit. As you can see, I'm shooting way more black and white, and I'm loving it. I'm also going back in the archives and understanding or taking a second interest in my old work only to inspire this new work. It's cool to get outside inspiration. We always find it. But lately, I was shooting some of my favorite stuff 5 years ago, 7 years ago, 2 years ago. Maybe that's just where your brain is at and that's how that works. But that's where I'm at. I'm writing my notes down because today we are talking about processing the process, enjoying the process, staying present in the process. So I've written it down because I'm finding that when I do write it down, it sticks a little bit more. What do you know? When you do a little bit old school, it can help you. So I've been trying to do this whole new backdrop here. And so that's why you saw some of the process there. So staying present in the process, or staying present through the process. So what does that look like? I look back at some of my videos and I say, man, that was a pretty good video. You're pretty engaging. You shared some great points. People are giving you feedback. They loved it. That's awesome. But then I really think about the process of making that video. I don't remember much. I do remember complaining to myself, what about when it's going up? What's your deadline? When are you going to go shoot? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? And I've done it so many times, so I've trained myself to make the videos, but to stay present in the videos, that's a work in progress. And here's the crazy part. You guys love the video. I love the video. So I'm thinking to myself, if I love this video and I wasn't fully present, sky's the limit. Imagine if I was fully present. So I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying talking to you about the process and the importance of documenting the process and staying present in the process. That means you have gratitude. You come to honest conclusions. You're just being yourself. And that is what I think we are all struggling with. We are all struggling with. I know I am. I can only speak for myself. So that is point number one. Staying present in the process. That brings me to point 2, which is outcomes are subjective. Let's think about that for a second. Well, if we really just make the video, love the process, by the time you start to think about, oh, I don't know, is this my best video? Is this my best work that I'm sharing with them? Are they going to like my photos? Should I even share these photos? All these things will be irrelevant because you'll be on to the next process. Say you go out shooting, and this is something that I love. Say I have a roll of film. I go out and shoot it. Maybe I document a few moments, but I just want to talk about them more. I feel so fulfilled at the end of shooting film, and I didn't even see any of the 36 frames or the 24 frames. I didn't see them. But why do I feel fulfilled? Maybe because I opened the camera up, loaded my own film, put a roll in that I was excited about the potential of what I might get, went to a neighborhood that maybe I haven't shot in a while or it's new. All these things are telling me that the process is the most exciting part. That is the goal. Like, I'll just sit with my thoughts and try to be the best at what I'm doing in that moment. No anger, just quietly doing the work. Yeah, working on the work. If you ever want to look up an incredible artist, he's from Montreal, Marcus Troy, absolute legendary. And he always says, work on the work. Work on the work. That means process. What else you have? That is it. It's not the outcomes. So subjective. Just get through that process and stay as present as possible, and then start it again. We'll have time to look back at our work. Even if we don't have time to look back at our work, it's okay, because you had the moment and you stuck with it. You went through it, and that no one can take from you. All right, so the third thing I want to talk about today is keep fun at the forefront of your process. Super cliche, right? Have fun. Have fun. Love what you're doing and you'll never work a day in your life. So damn true. Super cliche, but so true. Think about it. I say to myself, man, today's going to be a good day. I might get one photo. I might not get any. But the gratitude to be able to get out there and shoot, that in and of itself is a win. And then number 2 is The idea of fun, it sounds like a blanket statement. That's such a big word, but you gotta tap into that word. It's a massive word that has a lot of nuance. So there could be fun like, I got a new camera fun. But then there could be fun like, I'm going to meet up with other photographers and we're going to have a coffee and shoot. Or I can't wait until the film comes back and I can see how I did that day because I felt good that day. These are all things that are fun. So if we go into it with fun, I feel like you'll never be disappointed with the results. Maybe temporarily you might not have got the shot that you wanted to get, but something's drawing you back to keep going out and doing that. It can be layered too, like escapism or curiosity or experimentation, but at the root it has to be fun. Imagine if you are saying that you love street photography, but every time you go out you're angry, you're pissed, you can't stand the weather that's presented to you that day. Why are you doing this then? It's fun for what? Like, you have to assume that there's no YouTube. You have to assume that no one's checking your blog. You have to assume that no one will ever pay you for this. And if you still say to yourself, but it's still kind of fun, kind of like this, kind of feel like I'm expressing myself, that is the definition of staying present and loving something that you're doing, or ultimately having fun. I wanted to add something quickly in here, just a little, not tip, but discussion piece. And that is, when you are fully in the process, the word yes, I feel comes to mind way more. And when I say yes, I mean like, why not? Like, yeah, let's try it. I printed up this. These are photos from like the last, 8 years, 10 years, just a photo here, a photo there that I really liked. And each time that I look at these photos, some are like, to me, a classic, and they'll always be special. I just happen to document that moment. But there's some where I think I improved because I looked at the work and said, okay, you know what? I think I should go out in this type of weather again. Or I think I should go back to that block and shoot it again. I feel like I have something there. So that was because I printed out the work. And so even doing this video of process, it made me print out more work because I had to see, do I like this backdrop? The point is, seeing your work in your hand, it just sparks so many different perspectives, different levels of appreciation. I'm looking at my work saying, yo, you did that. That's you. Keep going. Maybe I'll print some other stuff. Maybe someone will want a print. Just because I said to myself, I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to worry about outcomes. I'm just going to flow. So I just wanted to add that. Conclusion. Let's talk about those points again. Number 1, staying present in the process. I'm saying that out loud to myself. So this is not me knowing and teaching you. This is me calling myself out. Point 2 was to not worry about outcomes. It's just, I'm making stuff. I hope you like it. I feel good while I'm doing it. Let's move on. And number 3 is cliche but super true. Have fun. Have fun making stuff. We have one life. I'm only here for as long as I'm here. I gotta make stuff that is fun to me. If you're just starting out, or if you're in the process, wherever you are in your journey, fun has to be at the root of it. And if it's not, take a break, pause it, flip it. Whatever you're doing though, enjoy that process. Because whatever it is, if you're not enjoying it, then what is the point? You won't even appreciate people liking your work. So this is me just enjoying the process. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you on the next one.